Hello and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel where we'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV today. I hope you're ready and I hope you will enjoy. For those that might not have known, last week I had to temporarily cancel it just for that day due to me forgetting to renew the subscription. That should not be a problem for next month at least. But more than anything, I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July with plenty of colorful fireworks and plenty of hamburgers and hot dogs and anything else you wanted to grill up. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. I have to go through a 3-party raid to be able to continue the main story. And that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to zoom back in real quick and randomize our minion. Airship. The Labyrinth. I have no idea what I'm doing. I really have no idea what I'm doing with this. So, let's hope that the party fills out, and let's hope that we can get this going. Alright. I am well situated and waiting. So, I'm going to go ahead and chat for a while. Because there are a few things I can talk about right now. One is that either today or tomorrow I will sit down with another long stream in order to go through Devil May Cry 2's other storyline, which will then open us up to being able to play Devil May Cry 4. I am really looking forward to that one, but even more so, I'm looking forward to being able to play a game I haven't before, Devil May Cry 5. You'll have noticed that as this went on, the difficulties of each individual Devil May Cry game became a little simpler to manage throughout them. We went from the yellow orbs of DMC 1 to the golden orbs DMC 2, which we actually started with in DMC 3. And yes, I did cheese the boss fight of DMC 1 with the use of Devil Stars. Even though it seemed that you could regain Devil Trigger just by destroying his little spheres. As you can see, we don't have access to the next story quest yet. This is because we need to finish some quests for the Crystal Tower line first. I gathered the 4 crystals, gathered the 4 ether sands, brought them here, met a new NPC, this guy. Is not it. This is a person here for the quest. That is a person here for the quest. Alright, well. Here we are, waiting once again for a mandatory team up with other people. My main job, as always, will be to Medica 2. I will target one tank, or the tank in my party, and I will follow them around primarily. Fortunately, the way that Final Fantasy XIV arranges your party members is actually quite conducive to doing so. I'm not quite sure what that weapon is. Shouldn't. People probably don't want to be on stream if they're not streaming themselves. Apparently there are 10 parties searching. Average wait time of 15 minutes and only 6 minutes have elapsed. I don't want to talk too much about DMC during this stream. That feels like it would be... you know? So the fact of the matter is... I'm wondering if we're actually near the point where the curse in Pathfinder Kingmaker will be broken. I have things set up for the Tuesday and Wednesday streams. And I'm also wondering whether or not I'm close to the end in Code Vein. I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near the end of Stardew Valley, if it even has one, really. So, I'll have to wonder what to do on Monday afterwards. There are a few options I have in mind, all of which via the Xbox. So it's going to be a tough decision, all things considered. And yet, I think I can handle it. with a poll. Also, as for the class/job to use next, so far, Red Mage is in the lead with 1 vote. Swing by the Discord channel. There's still a few days left to that poll. You could probably change the tide of that quite easily. Get you and your friends to vote for whichever class you want me to play, be it Gunbreaker, Samurai, Dancer, Red Mage, or even Blue Mage. I will unlock and go through the story quests that are available for whatever class you pick. All on stream. Why is there no one? But yeah, check out the Discord. I may be only notifying people of off-schedule streams on there. And at some point, I will put up a poll for the next game. I do still have to go through Mass Effect, that is true. And it will be done after I go through the DMC series like I am currently. I enjoyed Dragon Age 1 and 2, but I couldn't get through Inquisition because I just couldn't. It felt too... I don't know how to put it. It felt too forced. I think that's how you can put it. Yeah, it felt too forced. I did, however, enjoy the thought of the multiplayer in Mass Effect 3. I only played a little bit of that, I believe. And, well, something like that would be welcome if it's in Andromeda. I just hope that Mass Effect Andromeda, in spite of the bad reviews that I have I haven't really received them, I've just heard them from other streamers and their things, their takes on it. I just hope they were a little overblown. But, I mean, I own it, so I will play it the whole way through. Unless, of course, comment sections or chat or my Discord get flooded with please stop, don't, or things like that. But yeah, we are now at 13, almost 14 minutes of a average wait time of 15 minutes. Well, it looks like the luck of mine is going to continue. Oh boy. So, this is the problem with MMOs. And to sum it up in 2 words, the problem is other people. And that's where we stand currently. And, well, yep. Average wait time's gonna shoot up to 3 hours, isn't it? I'm not gonna leave the queue. If nothing happens, then I will not upload this to YouTube. If something does happen, I will leave a timer mark. I thought I had done that on yesterday's video with my bio breaks, but apparently they didn't actually stick. There's about a 4-second delay between when I do something and when it shows up on stream. Also, I'm thinking of adding a PNG for representing myself on my streams. I want your thoughts on the matter if you're watching, be it VOD or live. And if you have any preferences as to, or, well, not really preferences, opinions, yes, that's the term that fits better, on what the PNG should be based on, or a theme for it, or anything like that, go ahead and let me know. I mean, I have an idea, but I'm willing to adjust toss it aside, or anything. I see. I think this is the one that makes the... Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Alright, super zoomed out. And we zoom in on our character while we wait. Because I have no idea when this will go through. Here we are, waiting. We really have no other way than to wait. Let's leave this area. Just a matter of waiting. Alright, let's just keep going, and we're gonna walk back to Revenant's Toll. Because that seems like the best way to kill time. I have also been doing the squad quests, leveling them up. You can actually take them on the NPC usable quests or dungeons, so I want to level them up a bit, and I'll have fun with it once I do. currently a group of 6, but I want to get 2 more. However, I need at least one of them to be a tank and the other to be a DPS. We're not going to be joining this. If you're watching this for the first time and didn't watch the previous ones, well, hello! Also, you may be wondering why my character is female, and that's because I left it up to a friend to make my character. That's right, I left the character creation up to a friend. The overall theme was decided via polls, and then I had a friend that was able to hop on a Discord call with me, and we made the character before stream. Or was it on stream? It happened a while ago, I can't quite remember. Point is, an excellent representation of what chaos can do for creativity. I did the same with Doomer Bella, and honestly, putting this character through all of that would be interesting as well. And like I said, if you have a game that you want me to play, feel free to let me know. Hang on, I'm going to adjust the music volume on, well, the game's volume anyway. There. That lowered it a bit, so it shouldn't be as overpowering against my voice. In theory, at least. "27 minutes. Am I cursed? I feel like I might be cursed. I changed this time to avoid this issue. And at first it worked. And it's not like I was able to just hop right in right away with no wait whatsoever. There was a waiting queue of like 12 people. Wait, is there an event quest or something? I'll have to look into that afterwards. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm still stuck in the waiting point for this. And it only says certain quests. I don't even know if I have to keep going after this. Also, I'm going to rant a little bit about Facebook. Apparently, you need an actual name that Facebook thinks is an actual name to make an account with it. So, no more streamers making accounts on Facebook, I guess. But if you are a social media fanatic, you can still find me on Twitter and Blue Sky, although Twitter is now called X for whatever reason. I still don't know why that's the case. Honestly, I wanted to be able to get through some storyline here. But DPS left and a tank joined the queue. Tanks are harder to find than DPSs, so let's hope this means good news. Honestly, it's a whole mess. I think I'll be building up Gil and everything, but I want to make a free company. If I can make a free company, I will. Also, a game I got recently is Greedfall. I want to try and stream that at some point. Maybe it'll take over for the Monday game if I beat Code Vein soon. I do, however, know, well, I think I know. I'm pretty sure that it has a character creation system to it. Which means I'm going to Google how detailed it is and then set up some polls on key points. Like I did with Monster Hunter. I'll also put in what build I should do. Because I know there's a rifle users, or musket users, magic users, and warriors in that game. Just from the description in the Xbox, or the Microsoft shop. There we go. And yeah, I want to add some chaos to my limitations. So, all things considered, I enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, we have 2 tanks and a DPS. We might actually be able to get going soon. But like I was saying, I do enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. It just... If this continues to be the key point that gives me problems, I don't know. Oh, we have another healer. So we have 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 1 DPS currently. For a 3-party team. An alliance. We're almost halfway full. Oh, commence! And marker is added. All healers and all tanks are ready. DPS is... Okay, so this is a lot more people than I had thought. Oh, a party member withdrew... Okay, once again, I will state that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I will stick to my tank. Come on, last healer. Yes, we're in. Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Crystal Tower. Okay. Oh. I don't have sprint on my hotbar. Okay. No, I'm not going to use Holy. I'm just going to keep everyone alive. Five. I just need to keep everyone alive, and I'm not even the only one that has to do it. There is a lot going on, but I don't think anyone's died yet. I keep sprinting though. I was not expecting sprinting. Over here a little bit more. Alright, we're doing pretty good, I think. Okay. Ah. Actions and traits, general. I'm not even the one in last place now. Although it's not a race. All right. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm standing by. Okay, we have to wait until they finish their fight. There we go. Now they actually have a chance of beating it. So with this one, apparently you have to have people standing on the platform over there to be able to continue on. To be able to deal any damage to those things. I'm going to avoid that laser beam of unknown intent. Alabaster unicorns over here. How am I in stealth? I'm gonna go with the mage one still. I'll also click read on this as well. And we'll see who gets them. Okay, so everyone's up this way. Path of Redemption. Okay. Okay. 2 people went down here. Oh, no, it actually is making an area of... There we go. Oh, we had a bit of lag there. That was fine. We don't want to be the first one in there. I'm down. Except revive. What the heck? What even happened there? Okay, the behemoth has been slain. Oh. Okay, we need to... Get over here. Hey, we got the achievement. Okay, I'm ready. The heck? I'm just relying on Medica 2. I got you, baby. Hey, Alabaster's finally here. Have a regen. Cast. No, I didn't get. Okay. And we have beaten the boss. And completed the Labyrinth of the Ancients. I'll cast Read on that. Oh, I have one of those. Oh, you're the only one still here, so you get a commendation. Oh, that's the one I already have a thing of. Okay. And we're gonna leave the duty. We did it! Please, please let us be able to continue the main story now. Ho there, Kiara. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be written large in the volumes that are sure to be pinned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldacian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, What of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shining scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon. Phlegethon. Not Archon. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Elegian Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Elegian Empire. That mark on your shoulder has me worried. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient text claimed that the Crystal Tower is defended by the Champion of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Elegians' extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this! Well, well, there it is, at the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you go with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten the path through the maze, that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Quinac's find for the present and plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Okay. Okay. So good of you to join us, Kara. Oh, you're you. So good of you to join us, Kara. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Still not? we're going to get the QuickTime Magus site. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Ambrose will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Kiara. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to his preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Kiara's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Elegian technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of the earth. It was somehow been reawoken. If, as it seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. And that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some backbreaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray, do not mistake my intent, Kiara. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents. However, hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse in the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit in our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Legian Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may bring or begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Oh, who's that? Outlandish man. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on the adventurer's old friend. So, this is the legacy the Legian Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. Is a Garlean. Wait. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. This is a problem. Still not. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You'll recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Cyrus Tower, the Alleghanians called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry to the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to see my people scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends. We share the self-same goal. I am Unia, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Elegian civilization, sent by students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavors. Unia and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we haven't received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of recent incidents on the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Elegian eye as well? The sanguine hue is said to have a trait unique to the Elegians, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I've sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me more. Tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. The only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to a leg. As your eye placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that's your wish, then so be it. Yet, know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objection. Very well. As of this moment, I name Unei and Dolga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Ceres Tower entrance. I promise you, I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Kiara, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Kiara. With Inui and Dogga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. And enter. Okay, so this one's going to be away from the main story, at least in my opinion. Well, if it isn't Kiara, eager to enter the tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you right to him. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Unie and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Leg, sent here by our friends of Baldacion to aid the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your tires ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises the tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively called the Crystal Tower. The only way inside, though, is the proverbial door, or front door, the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, we went at it with everything from pickaxe to Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frightening in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman, splendid Elegian royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, and nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it's purely decorative. Oh, are they descended from them? If you're thinking to force it to save your strength, it's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Are they, like I asked, are they descended from the royalty? I, I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven Hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through legend. I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland, Garland. If I didn't know any better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct. And my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land de Eorzea, a regular and itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you're suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was a symbol of ancient Eleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to those only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have on Earth, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Empire and its progeny were living, or the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two are descended from Elegian royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plainly, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Elegian ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? 'Twould seem the time for concealment is past. Pray, accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Seven L's, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for you to for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps. An Elegian tombstone. An Elegian tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Elegian technology. No, that's it. This is rather a lot to take in. It would be considered unseemly, or if it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we reveal or revisit Elegian history. Pray bear with us. The Elegian Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal's Tower stood tall as a symbol of Elegian pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred dissidence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Elegian civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Aleg to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zande. Zandal. Emperor Zandal, okay. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Unai and Dilga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two Elegian emperors named Zonde. It was commonly believed the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Zonde ruled from the grave and assumed his throne once arose from the grave, returned from the grave. Okay. Words are weird. Aye, Zonde returned from the grave and assumed the throne once more, and, true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Empire desired to bring the entire world under Elegian domination, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zonde turned his sights towards a forbidden source of darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he coveted the Crystal Tower, or he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Nero? Darkness. Again. 7 L's. What's with this megalomaniacal rulers? Or what's with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zonde is very much alive within Cyrus Tower. He still abides. his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Delmud was created and launched into the heavens. On high, it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet, even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zonde's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalmund was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower reemerged. At that moment, Emperor Zonde awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will not stop. He will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zonde's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true B'nai and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses in the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concurring that we alone could not overcome Zonde, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. Sorry, I had to yawn a bit. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Kira Frostborn, we are confident that we can end Zonde's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrins aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldessian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what do we do now, Kiara? World's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan Empire's dark past laid to rest. Where'd Nero go? It's been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization. But what worth that knowledge if it being subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Unea and Dogga, living, breathing Allegians! And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts to sealing off the tower, and dark secrets must never know the light of day. Kiara, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zonde himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate the tower from the outside world. To work then! Wait. There is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Allegan Eye, you called it. But to us, it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. We cannot explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. My apologies. I must have given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there's been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. The tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zonde himself included. And this will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Okay, new regular duty unlocked. Oh, come on. let's go ahead and head back to the Rising Stones. Or the Waking Stones. Waking Sands, Rising Stones, okay. Let's go. I highly doubt that we're going to be able to do this today. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this here for the simple sake that I am pretty sure this is going to be another... Yeah. Massive party. An alliance. However, I wonder if we have better gear than we... Not for healer, anyway. Oh yeah, you're not level 50 yet. Okay. Like I said, place your vote on what class / job I should unlock and go through the quest line of next. But for now, let's go ahead and switch scenes. One moment as we do a click. I hope you all had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it. I will go through the dungeon probably off stream. But I hope you are going to look forward to when I can actually get back to the main storyline. If I can't by then, it will be the class that was selected on the poll. And make sure to keep an eye out because, like I said, either today or tomorrow will be another longer stream where I'll be playing the other story within Devil May Cry 2. So probably another 6.5-ish hour stream. Don't get used to those. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go through the things. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to follow and hit the bell for notifications. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications, and stay up to date on everything I stream by checking out my Discord, Blue Sky, or my Twitter account. If you enjoyed my content and you want to just stick around on YouTube, my channel's right here in the middle. Check out this playlist over here on the left where I play another game. I'll put the Devil May Cry series there. If my stuff's not for you, but you stick around anyway, go ahead and check out this playlist or this video that YouTube thinks you will like. Sorry, words are weird. Alright, everyone. Bye. Have a good one. And if you have an animal, give them all the scritches and love.